fastest show in sports.
The Miami Dolphins recently said, before their embarrassing loss to the Ravens, that they would not be raising ticket prices for 2026. Huzzah! With what they put on the field right now, how could you look anybody in the eye and say, we're going to raise your ticket prices? But that brings us to an issue here regarding the fans. And again, I've told you over and over again, I'm a fan guy. I root for the fans. I want the fans to get their money's worth. I want the fans to get the ability to root, cheer, and have a good time. But as detailed in this report, the National Football League is getting out of hand when it comes down to ticket prices.
This season, the Lions are reaching for the sky. Turns out, so are tickets for the 2025 season.
I was a little bit kind of, just because this year they raised my ticket prices 120%, and now another 20-some percent. It's kind of, I get it. We're doing really well.
George Nikolai and his partner remember the days of being faithful season ticket holders during the Lions' winless season. In fact, another fan said not once did they consider dropping their tickets when the team was 0-16. So they were shocked to see next year's tickets jump by 38% on top of the roughly 40% from last year. For some fans, like the Crack Man, they say this is the season they've dreamt about for years.
This is something I never seen in my lifetime, and it is what it is. You want to enjoy it, pay the price.
In other words, he believes winning costs something. Top-tier talent requires top dollar. Nikolai gets it, just hard to accept.
The team looks great, downtown looks great, but you have to be kind of somewhat good to all the people that hung around at the beginning when it wasn't doing so great.
And check this out. Sunday's game here at Ford Field against the Bills are the highest price tickets so far in the NFL season. The cheapest tickets, we're talking about $350 on the secondary market. Oh, by the way, that's standing room only.
You got to admit, there's nothing quite so perfect as seeing a giddy reporter get on a Zoom call with someone she's interviewing, and the guy's nickname is Crackman. It's got to be one of the best interviews I've ever seen, simply just because of the guy's nickname, nothing else. And the way she looks and goes, how cute, I'm interviewing the Crackman. This is out of hand. A 40% increase in Detroit last year, a 38% increase coming up now, and another increase coming. This is getting ridiculous. The National Football League does not need to continue to raise ticket prices like they have in Detroit, $350 for one standing room seat. They don't have to continue to raise these ticket prices at these exorbitant amounts just to go ahead and make a profit and make the team and keep the team competitive. That's bullshit. Every National Football League team makes a wealth of money from the league, from sponsors, from network television deals, from what are now basically platform deals such as YouTube, Amazon, things along these lines. They're making absolute billions of dollars. If you took a stadium today, filled it, let's take a Detroit or a Miami or a San Francisco, if you took the team for one game and gave every single seat away, zero charge to walk in that stadium for that one game, it would not make a ripple, a noticeable ripple, in the profit and loss statement for that team. It's all just additional money that they make. It's greed. But see, the National Football League has you by the short hairs because they know that you're going to continue to pay the money. When they suck, you're going to say, well, gee, I can't be without my football, and my favorite team's got to get better sooner or later, so I got to stick in there and I got to at least give it a try. You're going to stay another year. And then when they suck the next year, oh man, I've got these tickets. I've had them now for 15 years and I'll never get good seats like this again. I got to stay there. They got you. They got you by the neck, and they're just going to go ahead and keep squeezing you because they know that you're suckers. And that's not a personal... Look, I'm not trying to personally insult anybody, but they know you're suckers. They know that you're going to fall for it. They know that you're going to pay the money. So what recourse do you have? It's like in Miami, where the Dolphins say they're not going to raise season ticket prices for 2026. And you say, well, of course, because they stink this year. That doesn't mean anything. It's just PR. That's all it is. Teams have raised ticket prices before when the teams have stunk the year before, and they haven't even thought twice about it. They're not going to lose anybody. The Dolphins do it just to say, well, we know we're having problems, so we're going to keep the ticket prices at the stupidly exorbitant rate that they currently are, and we're not going to charge you anymore. But I'll tell you what, the minute we get a new coach in here, the minute we get a new defense and a new offense, and everything rolls, and we're winning 2 years in a row, you better believe that those ticket prices are going up again, because we know you're suckers. You're going to pay for it. You won't care. It's like the attitude of these people who go, well, I've been there a long time, and I really got to go to the games, and I got nothing more to do, and I have to continue to be a fan. What is the cost, people? Where does it become too much? That's my question. Look, we are a nation in desperate straits right now when it comes to the economy, and so many people who can't feed their kids, people who can't feed themselves, people who can't make their rents, their mortgage payments, people who are trying to make it day by day, people who are literally one paycheck away from having to get some kind of social assistance in order to be able to just live. And meantime, we have people out there who are wealthy people who are spending their money how they want. You spend it however you want. But then there's, in between that, the fan that can't afford $350 tickets every week, but starts to save up, and I want to take my wife, my girlfriend, my husband, my boyfriend, my kids to the game, and they can't do it anymore because you can't just blow out $2,000-$3,000 to go to a game. That's food, that's gas, that's rent, that's insurance, that's health care, that's all these things. And look, I'm not trying to get overly political here, but I'm just trying to put this in some kind of a perspective here. It's not just the National Football League, but that's what we're talking about right now. It's a lot of other sports as well who continue to raise ticket prices, right on down to college athletics. But the National Football League is the biggest sport in the country right now. They run the roost. Everything runs around the NFL right now when it comes to money in sports. You can be a fan of another team, of another league, of another sport, but the NFL runs the country right now with the amazing amount of attention that they have and the money. What do? I mean, I can tell you from my perspective as a consumer, I don't go to as many games. I can afford it, but I don't want to. That money's got to go someplace else. I've got family to take care of. I've got things to do. I've got business to work on. I can't just do that. I'll sit and watch the game at home. I'll enjoy the game. I'll have a sub sandwich from the deli, and I'll get something. I'll have a couple of beers at home, and I'll enjoy it just as much without having to put up with the nonsense of going to the game. That's just me. You can spend your money however you want. I'm not telling you how to, but I'm just asking, when does it become too much? When does the gouging and the greed take over and destroy your love of a sport to keep you from going to the sport? Hey, those of you who got the money, do it. But that's not everybody. That's maybe about 10% of the fan base. Maybe 15 if you're lucky, and I don't have stats to back it up. I'm just guessing off the top of my head. But the rest of those people can't afford to go to every game. And they're being hurt by it. But it's that loyalty. It's that I got to go. I've been going for years. It's my team. I love football. I love the Dolphins. I love Detroit. I love the Niners. I love the Cowboys. I love the Jets. So I've got to go to the games. But I wish the fans would boycott. I wish there would be a mass boycott for at least one game. Just don't go to the game. Don't spend money on the parking, on the concessions, on anything else. Don't go to the game. Show them that you have some worth, and they shouldn't be continuing to just blow these ticket prices over you. But it's not going to make any difference. And that's what I feel for in the fans. I wish a boycott would work, but it absolutely wouldn't. And that's the shame of it all.
Ed Berliner, the fastest show in sports.